Good morning everyone. In this video, we are going to cover the current affairs. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GKToday Academy app. For regular updates, please join our Telegram channel. Now we have started a new channel, Civils Academy. So if you are preparing for UPSC or state PCS examinations, you can subscribe to this channel. Now one important thing, if you have any feedback or suggestion, please write a mail to gktvids@gmail.com. Now let's start. How many applications were named the winners of Atmanirbhar Bharat App Innovation Challenge? So this Atmanirbhar Bharat App Innovation Challenge was launched to innovate new applications, and it was launched on the Innovate platform of MyGov. So this Atmanirbhar Bharat App Innovation Challenge was started by MEITY, that is Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, in association with AIM, that is Atal Innovation Mission. So this Atal Innovation Mission is an initiative of Niti Aayog. Now the idea behind this challenge was to encourage the Indian application developers and innovators. So this challenge has two main tracks. First track is to support or to promote the existing apps. That means to promote the existing Indian apps. Second track is to develop new mobile applications. Now recently, MyGov was also in news as it completed 6 years. So this entire challenge was in news as 24 applications were named the winners of this Atmanirbhar Bharat App Innovation Challenge. What is the corpus offered by the Reserve Bank of India to NABARD and NHB to boost rural lending and affordable housing? So it is 10,000 crores. RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India, has offered a credit facility of 10,000 crores to NABARD and NHB. Now what is NABARD? It is National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. What is NHB? It is National Housing Bank. So the fund of 5,000 crore rupees will be provided to each. Previously, NABARD and NHB were also in news as they got refinance support of rupee 35,000 crore rupees and 10,000 crore rupees respectively. This one is specifically for rural lending and for affordable housing. Now it is important to note that RBI sold its entire stakes in NABARD and in NHB. That means now they are 100% government entity and RBI does not hold any share in these two institutions. This was done on the recommendations of Second Narsimham Committee report. So this committee recommended that RBI should not own the stakes in those entities which are being regulated by it. Which Indian organization released Business Confidence Index? So this was released by NCAER, that is National Council of Applied Economic Research. So this released BCI, that is Business Confidence Index, and it also released BES, that is Business Expectation Survey. So this NCAER is a New Delhi based non-for-profit organization and it was established in 1956. Which union ministry is the nodal ministry for PMSWINI Scheme? Now we have already covered this question, but today we are going to cover some new dimension. So this is an initiative of Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Now the recent development is that the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs launched LOR module. What is the meaning of LOR module? It means Letter of Recommendation module. So this LOR module will enable those street vendors who do not have identity card or who do not have certificate of vending. So now with the help of this Letter of Recommendation module, even they can avail the benefits of this scheme. So that's why this scheme was in news. Now it is a scheme for street vendors. The nodal ministry is Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, and recently it signed agreement with SIDBI. So SIDBI is the implementing agency. This Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs was also in news because of Tulip Initiative. It was also in news because of Swachh Sarvekshan 2021. Now answer in comment box whether population is a criteria for this Swachh Sarvekshan of 2021. That means population will be a factor. Will that be considered as a criteria for this Sarvekshan? Which Indian pharmaceutical industry has partnered with Gavi and Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation to produce 100 million doses of COVID-19 vaccine? So this is Serum Institute of India. Serum Institute of India is the world's largest vaccine manufacturer. Recently, it signed an agreement with AstraZeneca to supply the Oxford University's potential COVID-19 vaccine. Now, the Serum Institute of India is based in Pune. Pune is in Maharashtra and it is going to be the host of 2021 Indian Science Congress. Recently, Pune Municipal Corporation launched Sanyam app. Recently, Maharashtra became the first state to partner with Google to provide the learning tools for schools. Which country has issued order that would ban TikTok and WeChat in 45 days if they were not sold by their parent companies? So recently, USA was in news because of this event. The parent company of TikTok is ByteDance. Now recently, this TikTok was also in news as US Senate approved a ban on TikTok on government devices. That means now you won't be able to install TikTok on government devices. US was also in news because of CAATSA, that is Countering American Adversaries Through Sanctions Act. USA was also in news because of H-1B visa issue. It was also in news as recently USA has urged UNHRC to not to support the Cuba for UNHRC elections. Which country is set to host the 2021 International Cricket Council T20 World Cup? So, India is the host of this tournament. ICC stands for International Cricket Council. ICC also announced that Australia will conduct this year's T20 World Cup in 2022. Now, the headquarters of ICC is in Dubai. Dubai is in UAE. Recently, UAE was in news as it became the first Arab nation to launch mission on Mars, and it is named as Hope Probe. So this was launched with the help of Japan. On the other hand, UAE was also in news as it became the first Arab nation to operate nuclear power plant, and it is Barak plant. So this was done with the help of South Korean technology. What is the name of special campaign launched by the Prime Minister to free India of garbage? So the name of this campaign is Gandagi Mukt Bharat. That means garbage free India. So it is a week-long campaign and it will be till 15th of August. And it was launched recently during an event in Delhi. Rajamalai, where a massive landslide has occurred, is in which state of India? So it is in Kerala and it is in Idukki district of Kerala. Now Kerala was also in news because of Pokkali rice. We have already covered this news few days ago. Kerala was also in news because of the recent incident at Kozhikode airport. So because of this incident, one term was in news and it is tabletop runway. Please read about it. What is tabletop runway? Which country has declared an environmental emergency after the ship MV Wakashio spilled fuel? So recently, Mauritius declared environmental emergency after the spilling of fuel by this ship named MV Wakashio. So it is a Japanese ship. Now Mauritius was also in news as recently Prime Minister of India and Prime Minister of Mauritius jointly inaugurated new Supreme Court building in Mauritius. So it is first India assisted infrastructure project within the capital city of Mauritius, and the capital is Port Louis. The Prime Minister of Mauritius is Pravind Jugnauth. Mauritius was also in news because of its dispute with UK over Chagos Islands. The Prime Minister of India inaugurated a submarine optical fiber cable to provide telecom services to which Union Territory? So this is Union Territory of Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So this submarine optical fiber cable will connect Chennai with Port Blair, and this will provide fast and reliable telecom services to the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Now, recently Prime Minister also declared that Andaman and Nicobar Islands will be developed as maritime and startup hub. Which financial institution released the Consumer Confidence Survey? So this survey is released by RBI, that is our central bank. Consumer Confidence Survey is a survey that is conducted every 2 months. So the CCI is conducted every 2 months, and it is conducted to measure how optimistic or pessimistic the consumers are regarding the financial situation. Now RBI was also in news because of Operation Twist. RBI was also in news because of PIDF, that is Payment Infrastructure Development Fund. So this fund is going to be of 500 crore rupees, out of which 250 crore rupees will be provided by RBI. RBI was also in news because of Monetary Policy Committee. On which day the International Day of World's Indigenous People or World Tribal Day is celebrated? So it is celebrated on 9th of August. On 10th of August, World Biofuel Day is celebrated. On 9th of August, it is World Tribal Day or International Day of World's Indigenous People is celebrated. Now, if we talk about tribes, as per 2011 census, there are over 700 tribal groups. And out of these 700, approximately 75 are PVTG, that is particularly vulnerable tribal group. Now coming back to this biofuel, so Rajasthan is the first state in our country to implement the national biofuel policy. So these were the most important questions of today's quiz. Now we are going to cover important news. Feel free to skip it at your own risk if you do not like the format. First event is Silk Training Cum Production Center. KVIC, that is Khadi and Village Industries Commission, will set up Skill Training Cum Production Center in Arunachal Pradesh, and this is going to be the first such silk training and production center in the state. KVIC is under MSME Ministry. Next is Vivo. So recently Vivo was in news as BCCI has suspended the IPL title sponsorship deal with Vivo. It is important to note that Vivo Communication Technology Company is a Chinese subsidiary company and it is owned by BBK Electronics, and this is the parent company of Oppo, Realme and of OnePlus. Next is Agri Infrastructure Fund. So recently Prime Minister launched a financing facility of 1 lakh crore under Agriculture Infrastructure Fund. So this new Agriculture Infrastructure Fund is a fund for the duration of 10 years. That means it is a fund till 2029. Next is Envistats India 2020 report. So this is a report by NSO. What is NSO? It is National Statistical Office. Next is Jagdalpur. So Jagdalpur in Chhattisgarh has become the first municipal corporation in our country where people of urban area have been provided the forest land right certifications. So Jagdalpur is in Chhattisgarh and it is the first municipal corporation to do so. Next is BWG, that is Biocompost Enriched Eco-Friendly Globule. So recently IIT Kanpur has developed indigenous seed bowls and the name of these seed bowls is BWG. So this will help farmers in plantation with safety in corona times. Next is Making Sense of Indian Democracy. So this is a book by Mr. Yogendra Yadav. Next is 1971 war. So recently Bangladesh took a decision to construct a monument of Indian soldiers who died in 1971 war during the freedom struggle of Bangladesh, and Bangladesh got independence from Pakistan after this war. Next is Online Patriotic Film Festival. So NFDC, that is National Film Development Corporation, is going to organize the first of its kind Online Patriotic Film Festival, and this festival is a part of Independence Day celebrations by Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. Next is All India Powerloom Board. So after All India Handicrafts and All India Handloom Board, the government now decided to disband All India Powerloom Board. So this board had representatives from the center as well as from the state governments, and this board was headed by Union Textiles Minister. So these were the most important events. Thank you, and that's all for the day.